Some brides have it all: the fairy tale wedding, the supportive family, and her prince. That would be Jana. She grew up watching Disney movies and father of the bride, dreaming of the day that her dad will walk her down the aisle. I guess some fairy tales do come true. Coming right up on Dream Weddings. I'm Martine Cajas, the host of Dream Weddings, and I also run the House of Clarendon, a source for European-style wedding cakes. I love weddings. I especially love how every wedding is unique and tells the story of a couple's relationship. It's wonderful to be part of it all. Hey, Jana, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great, nice to see you.
It's good to see you.
Wow, Jana and Eric, this is a beautiful home.
It is, thank you.
Thank you.
How long have you been living here?
Well, we aren't really living here. We bought the house
Almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago. But we just kind of always had the feeling that, you know, you live separately before you get married, and our parents both just kind of raised us in like a traditional manner, so we decided that for ourselves and for our parents, we decided to keep it traditional and wait till we got married. It's something to look forward to.
Exactly.
After the honeymoon.
You're very traditional.
Yes.
I love your decorations. I love this wall.
Thank you. These are some of our favorite pictures of our family, and the ones that we really, really like are the ones of our grandparents on their wedding days.
Is this your grandfather?
That is my grandfather.
You look
yes.
like your grandfather.
Thank you.
It's a kind of representation of what's important to us, and of course you can see that our family we're really close with our family, and it's always been important to us. So I grew up right down the street, actually right around the corner. You can probably see my house from our backyard. My aunt and uncle live one street down. My grandparents live 2 streets up. My other aunt and uncle live up the street, and my cousin, who's their daughter, lives 1 house down from them. So if I need sugar, I know where I'm going. We have really strong roots, both sides, my mom's side of the family and my dad's side, and we're excited to kind of set our own roots here.
When we come back, we'll know more about our couple and Eric's romantic proposal in Cancun. Coming right up on Dream Weddings. Let's talk about your love story.
Well, I first knew about Jana at the gym. I used to work out at Planet Fitness in Lancaster, and she was at the front desk. And she always caught my eye, but I was always very intimidated. So I would kind of give her a head nod. I never really talked to her because I was scared of her.
And I thought he was a jerk, because I would say hi every day. I'm like, oh, it's a cute guy. Hi, how are you? And he would be like, hi. About a year later, it was a while after that, I began working at the Brickyard. One of my bridesmaids, who was also my roommate, Liesel, was working at the Brickyard. And I can remember her calling me and saying, hey, this new guy just started working here. He is so cute, and I think you guys would be perfect together.
I met her, and I just thought, holy cow, this is it. There was something about her. A few days later, we just kept talking and eventually went out on a few dates, and we've been inseparable since.
So you weren't a jerk anymore?
No, I found out he was not a jerk.
Nope.
So Eric, tell me how you proposed and where?
She had given me a trip to Cancun for Christmas one year.
We were at this beautiful resort called Dreams. I love pictures, so I'm out there snapping pictures away. And he came out and was trying to get my attention, and I just was not paying attention at all. And
which was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he actually had to forcefully turn me around, and when I turned around, he was on one knee, and thankfully I had the camera on my wrist because I dropped it. It was a magical moment.
Eric picked out Jana's ring himself with a little help from the folks at Koser Jewelers.
Eric did a fabulous job.
He did.
Oh my God, Jana, that is absolutely breathtaking.
It is. He does good work.
He does. And then you add this to it yet? Ooh. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay, how many carats are there here?
That center ring, I believe, is approximately a carat, and then you have the side diamonds all around it with the other bands. That adds almost another carat to it. It's got the Euroshank on it, which is very nice. That will make it more comfortable. because it has the flat bottom and it helps to anchor the ring that it doesn't spin quite as much.
Well, you know what? I mean, a diamond should be up, not to the side.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty heavy on my hand, so it's nice that when I put my hand down, I'm not hitting anything because it's nice and flat.
Was this customized?
This particular one, yes, it was. It's, you know, one of a kind.
No wonder you say yes to Eric.
Of course.
Keep looking straight in the camera for me.
Let's talk about your dream wedding now. I know you're like a little princess. You always watched Disney since you were little.
I can remember sitting in front of the TV for hours and hours and watching Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and Beauty and the Beast. And I can always remember thinking, well, you know, they always find their prince. I can't wait to find mine. Like, I can remember that as a child, thinking of those things. You know, it's just funny how it's all kind of gone along that path. I finally found my prince. We're so lucky to have such great families, and they've been there to support us. And that's the most important thing to us with our wedding. I mean, yes, all the you know, ruffles and bows and glitz are nice, but the most important thing to us is really our family.
So you're very close with your father, right?
I've always been close with both my parents, but my dad and I, you know, it's your daddy's little girl. And I actually teach with my dad. He's been teaching for 30 years and in the same room, and now I'm his partner. And I actually have to walk through my room to get to his room. And every day, because I've been living at home, I pack his lunch. But it's really great because we just have this connection. We work really, really well together. He understands me, I understand his quirks. He knows I'm super organized. I know he's really messy, and it just works. Grab your straw and your fin. I am the technology education teacher, so I teach shop class, which is a little different. I think when I was younger, I was just always interested in, well, how does stuff work?
She would always check things out, and it was really neat to watch her investigate things. And I never expected her to get into technology education, but I was really pleased to see that she did.
Yeah.
And she's actually inspired a lot of other students to think about it as a profession.
I love kids, and I love teaching. I think it's a calling. And to work with my dad is I never in a million years thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
You've been packing his lunch for so long already, for like 3 years, I guess,
Packing his
right?
lunch, yeah.
How's it gonna feel like after when you move to your home?
To leave home is always a challenge for anybody. I think it'll be easier for me, considering the fact that I'm away from home, but I get to come in and see my dad every day. Now, when he retires, that'll be
I'm not sure that'll ever happen.
So Dad, how are you feeling? You okay?
I'm okay because I know that Eric's the right person for Jana. They're going to have a happy life together, I'm sure.
So when you walk down the aisle with your daughter, you know, you're gonna cry?
I was thinking about that. It might happen. I don't want to cry, but I'm going to have a lot of emotions when that happens. I'll try to take it nice and slow.
Yeah, he'll try to keep me in line, like always.
Preparing for a wedding is a lot of responsibilities. It's a lot of work. Who's helping you?
My sister has really been an integral part. She is a senior in college right now, and she normally stays in DC over the summer, but she decided this year to come home for the summer to help plan for the wedding.
Wow, so you came all the way from Washington, D.C. just to help her prepare for this big event.
Right. I'm in musical theater, so I usually am in the summer shows in the city, and this year I decided to take a hiatus and come home, and I only get to do this once.
How are you keeping track of all this?
I like having things in front of me in order. I'm a huge binder fan, so I kind of made up a little, I guess you call it a portfolio of their wedding. And it's not only something that helps us in the process, but it's something that they can have as a keepsake almost. The fact that they were using local vendors, we needed to keep track of who we were using so that we could later on thank them and give them credit.
You're one of the first bride and grooms that is using over 12 local vendors. And that is amazing. You know, so I want to thank you for staying locally, you know what I mean, rather than going to big cities, because you're helping the economy in a way, you know? And you're also using Levant Films.
We did a shoot in Lancaster at Buchanan Park, and that was neat, because Lancaster is where we met, and that's where Eric's from. And that was so much fun. And it was funny because when Eric and I were doing that, we kept saying, this is the most we've been around each other and like lovey-dovey in a long time because we've been so busy. So it was just nice for it to be us. We're so, so excited to see that. We had our invitations made by a local group called Syncopated Concepts. They just were beautiful.
Beautiful.
They were beautiful. we decided to incorporate a photo booth. And instead of a traditional guest book, there'll be a guest book right outside the photo booth. So when they go in, they get to keep a copy, and then a copy goes in this book, and then they get to sign next to their picture. Since we are getting married 4th of July weekend in Gettysburg, we decided to get some props to go along with the theme. And TNS Gift Shop on the square in Gettysburg, Laura and Eric went in and...
Well, the owner was there, and she was so nice just right off the bat. And it was funny because we were talking about how we needed props for a wedding for a photo booth. And she said, oh, you guys, you know, you should look into the dream weddings. And we were like, well, we're kind of in the process of doing it. Then she just said, you know, as a gift from me, you guys can have the props at no charge. And it was awesome. She gave us some hats, Confederate and Union, and then some prop guns and just really fun stuff that was perfect for the Civil War theme.
Let's talk about the wedding ceremony.
Well, we're getting married at Annunciation Catholic Church. We're having a full mass, but a real special thing is that Laura and 2 of her classmates are going to be singing at the ceremony. I put her in charge of my music and in charge of a lot of other things. The music was really important, so she kind of took that over.
Yeah, that was my biggest job. They wanted me to sing for the whole thing, and I said, you can't have both. So I agreed. I'm going to be singing in the prelude before the mass. And then 2 of my dearest friends from school are coming up from DC and sing for the mass. Once we get to the reception, Paul and I are going to be singing Jana and Eric's first dance song. We're going to be singing Endless Love.
They'll be singing it with the band, because we have a band and a DJ.
Is there going to be a family tradition?
We decided to incorporate a little bit of the Czechoslovakian culture and kind of like a Western PA feel. Normally with the dollar dance out there, you actually polka, and then you give cookies and a shot of whiskey. So you have the sweet side of a marriage and the bitter side of a marriage after someone dances with you during the dollar dance. So we decided to keep it traditional and a little modern. We're gonna have polka mixed in with some normal songs. All of our aunts from Eric's side of the family and both of my sides of the family and my grandfather have been preparing these little cookies, some of our family recipes for the wedding. So there'll be a spread of cookies at the ceremony.
There's going to be a lot of cookies, because how many guests do you have?
We're right at 300. Yeah, it's a big wedding.
Do you have enough vodka for everybody?
There's never enough vodka.
What a special relationship these sisters have. It's wonderful that Laura is there to support Jana and share her gift of music. Coming up, the dress. We'll visit Renaissance Bridal, where Jana is going to get a big surprise.
Eric is going to be speechless when you walk down the aisle. This is absolutely breathtaking. You look like a princess. You do.
Piece de resistance is our beautiful bridal sash that just makes it.
It looks a little vintage now by adding that.
All the pieces are unique, like our bride's. We help her choose what looks the best with her dress. And Jana chose the fit and flare, which works wonderfully with her figure since she's the taller bride. And this is an organza fabric, which is wonderful for the summer months.
We actually did her cake. We're going to design it exactly like her gown.
Oh, wonderful.
So I hope it's okay with you.
Absolutely.
So you're wearing one dress?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to have a second dress?
No.
What about changing into a dress later on in your reception? Would you be game to try on some things, like when you really start to get dancing? That's
Sure.
kind of one of the newest trends.
Sure.
So
That'd be fun.
I have a few things in mind
Okay.
that I know would be incredible on you. So
Yeah, sure. I'd
could
be
try it.
game.
Do you like it?
I do like it. It's different. I probably would have never picked it out for myself, so it's always fun to have a professional opinion.
Are you game for trying on something totally different?
I guess so.
Since you love the bling?
Okay.
drop dead gorgeous. Do you like it?
I do. It's just fun and it's sparkly and just like I'm going out and dancing the night away. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Well, between the two dresses, as our gift for you, as a special surprise from Renaissance Bridals and Dream Weddings, if you would like one of those dresses, we would like to give it to you as a gift.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
You have to look spectacular, don't you agree?
This is a last dance dress, and you should wear it.
The biggest trend right now is to have a second dress. When you're being introduced again, okay, you can come out with that and party.
I'm wearing the party.
Jana, you're from Hanover. Why your reception in Gettysburg?
History has always just kind of been a part of growing up. Gettysburg is so close and it's beautiful, and I've always just been drawn to it. And we liked the fact that our date was going to be close to the date of the reenactments for the Civil War, and we love it. So we wanted to share our love for that with the people coming to the wedding.
Well, with 300 people, you know, a lot of people are going to be, it's like a destination wedding for them.
Yeah.
So do you have something special for them?
Yeah, well, in our invitations, we made sure we sent out like different things they could do while they were in Gettysburg. But we also put together these really, really neat gift baskets.
Let's talk about the colors.
Well, Eric, when we first got engaged, he goes, "My only request is you don't make me wear pink." My sister's like, "Well, what about the blue and the gray?" Because those are the colors of the Civil War. And so we started looking at different colors, and we went with a really pretty charcoal, silvery gray,
Nice.
and then a navy blue. And it is an evening wedding, so it just kind of, it's very classic and elegant at the same time.
What about the flowers, your bouquet?
I'm getting my flowers from Shears Florist. My bouquet is primarily white with some hints of blue and silver.
Okay. And your girls?
They all have similar bouquets to mine with just a little bit more blue.
Okay. Oh, I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I am too.
I love theme weddings. I think this is the first time I've been to a Civil War wedding. But with this family, I don't think there'll be any fighting. A week before the wedding, Jana and her bridal party and her dad and Eric were treated to an afternoon at Persona Day Spalon.
Jana, we have 1 week left for your wedding.
Yes, we had a full couples massage, and we're getting pampered. I got a body scrub.
Oh.
Skin's feeling really
Oh,
smooth.
very smooth.
Smells good too. And we're getting manicures and pedicures. So it's just really nice to relax. My whole family's here. So it's
Mom,
nice.
Dad, your mom, your grandmother.
My grandmother's here. Just got done with school, and I know Eric just started his new job, so he's a little high stress. So
Just a little bit.
yeah, so it's really nice. I feel so relaxed right now and just happy. I like this feeling to just continue up to the day of the wedding.
So do you do this all the time, a lot of couples?
We do. All the brides and the grooms want to come in and have a party with their friends and family, and so we're very accommodating for that.
Well, this is really nice that you have that in here because it relaxes them. I can see some of them having champagne, they're eating. It's like a relaxing couple hours for them before the wedding,
Right.
the big day.
And before you knew it, it was time for the big day. Jana and her bridesmaids spent the morning getting ready at En Vogue Family Hair Salon. Jana really did look like a princess. And like most wedding days, everyone was busy. Jana and Eric's formal ceremony at Annunciation Roman Catholic Church was very elegant. The music was lovely. And then it was time for the reception, and everyone had a good time. Jana surprised her dad by having Cigar-tastic on site with hand-rolled cigars. Why do you do weddings?
I do weddings because it's fun. People love it. It's a great compliment. And if you look at weddings, it's about love. It's about passion, and that's what cigar is about. At least for cigar aficionados, including me. So whatever love and passion is, will be there.
For your training,
it is actually the tradition, the way it was made, from the beginning. That's the way we do it.
It's the biggest trend right now.
It's the biggest trend, weddings and cigars. It's fun, it's classic.
The dollar dance was a ton of fun with everyone doing the polka. And the cookies, fabulous. Being the 4th of July weekend, there were of course sparklers on hand. But nothing sparkled as much as Jana's amazing dress.
Remember the first time you said that you loved me? Under the bridge on the 4th of July. The smell of your hair and the way you look through me forever is burned in my mind. Have you ever seen your whole life in a moment, or ever been dreaming with your waking eyes, holding a hand that is holding forever, and suddenly everything's right? It's the moment you know you're alive. It's the beat of your heart when you know that it's real, when the feeling is love and you love how you feel, and wherever you go, you'll never get over the first time. You'll always remember the first time. Always remember the first time. You always remember the first time.
I think Jana got her fairy tale wedding, don't you? A big thank you to Jana and Eric and their families and all the Central Pennsylvania professionals who helped create this dream wedding. See you next time. What is special ship? What is special ship? The dress. Coming right up, the dress.
Jana, you're from Gettysburg. Jana, you're from Hanover.
Laura is there to support Jana and the share of her gift. Coming right up on Dream Weddings.
Good, let's move on.
When we come back, we'll learn more about our couple. When we come back, we'll learn more about our couple and Eric's romantic. When we come back, we'll learn more about our couple and our...
Are you ready?